71% of the Earth is water covered. The average human body is 60% water. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more specific. Did you know that a jellyfish and a cucumber are both 95% water? How about that the human eye is 98% water? Okay, that concludes my fun facts for you guys. Clearly, water is all around us and in us. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about water and its impacts on the body and the brain. We are told from a very young age to make sure that we drink enough water. It's part of our daily life. We can't live without it. But have you ever wondered why it's so important and what actually goes on when we hydrate our bodies? I have been on a fitness and wellness journey for the last year now, and for the past, I'd say 6 months, I have made it a priority to make sure that I drink enough water throughout the day, and I've seen the effects of doing so firsthand. It's become a staple for me, and I never go anywhere without my water bottle. Not kidding. So I'll be going into the biological impacts, or how water affects the body, and how it affects the brain. So, what is water's purpose? Water cushions the joints. Orthopedicassociates.org states that dehydration can cause joint pain because of the lubricating effect it has on the joints. It's estimated that 70 to 80% of joint cartilage consists of water. Synovial fluid is a thick lubrication located between the joints, and it gives a cushion so that the bones don't come into contact. So the synovial fluid is the blue area right there. There's 2 bones, one on top and one on the bottom, and that white space between is where the water lies. So this process helps reduce cartilage. And second, we have cleanness of the skin. While it is not by any means the sole cure for acne or other skin issues, water most definitely plays a part in clearing up the skin. Here's why. The University of Wisconsin-Madison Health says that skin is an organ, and just like any other part of the body, it is made up of cells. And skin cells, like any other cell in the body, are made up of water. I know, kind of confusing. Basically, without water, the skin organ can't function properly. They state that if skin does not get the sufficient amount of water, the lack of hydration will show itself by presenting skin as dry, tight, flaky, things like that. So the more water flushed out to the kidneys, the more water consumed, the more toxins transported to the kidneys to be flushed out. And some of these toxins are the type to create blemishes and acne on the face. So now that we have covered what water does for the body, it's time to talk about what it does for the brain. Water balances mood. Similarly to the commonly used term hangry, just like food, the amount of water consumed can affect mood. Allison Brill, a writer for the Massachusetts Public Health blog, says that being dehydrated throws off the delicate levels of dopamine and serotonin within the brain, and this imbalance can, not always, but it can impact or affect depression and anxiety. So getting hydrated can quite literally calm the nerves. Here's another example. After going through a stressful or traumatic experience, water is needed to flush out cortisol, the stress hormone. In times of stress, the adrenal glands produce this stress hormone. And under chronic stress, they become exhausted, and this can result in lower electrolyte levels. Pretty interesting. Lastly, water keeps the brain functioning and strong. The brain is actually made up of 95% water. Royal Dalton Elite, a nationwide known water filtration company, says that water aids our brain's function and concentration by giving it the electrical energy it needs to perform optimally. Our body has an incredible, hardworking transportation network. It delivers hormones, elements, and other chemicals that are crucial for our nervous system, all suspended in, you guessed it, water. The brain has no ability to store any of the liquid that it uses, so it requires a constant flow of liquid to carry out every conscious function, including short-term and long-term memory. So if we deprive our brains of water, our cells cannot function, which then affects our brain's ability to maintain concentration. Fun fact, the brain cells actually need 2 times the more energy than other cells in the body, Water provides this energy more than any other substance. Let's review, shall we? We now know that water has a multitude of capabilities, including cushioning the joints and clearer, healthier skin. And we've also talked about how it impacts the brain, such as balancing mood and promoting functionality and strength. Maybe now you understand why your parents said no to that soda and ordered you water at restaurants growing up. Chances are even they might have not known all the roles of water, but even still, they had the right idea. Perhaps now you have a new perspective on it. Thank you.